radio station you hear that?
That's a whole song.
Here we go.
Don't have to leave this town to see the world, 'cause it's something that I gotta do. I don't wanna look back in 30 years and wonder who you're married to. Won't say it now, wanna make it clear. For only you and God to hear. When you love someone, so you set them free. But that ain't gonna work for me. I don't wanna live without you. I don't wanna even breathe. I don't wanna dream about you. I wanna wake up with you next to me. I don't wanna go down any other road now. I don't wanna love nobody but you. Looking in your eyes now, if I had to die now, I don't wanna love nobody but you. All the wasted days, all the wasted nights, I blame it all on me and you. Got no regrets, 'cause you got me here. I don't wanna waste another one. I've been thinking about what I want in my life. If it begins and ends the same, if I had to choose what I couldn't lose, there'd only be one thing. I don't wanna live without you. I don't wanna even breathe. I don't wanna dream about you. I wanna wake up with you next to me. I don't wanna go down any other road now. I don't wanna love nobody but you. Looking in your eyes now, if I had to die now, I don't wanna love nobody but you. Say it now, wanna make it clear. For only you and God to hear. I don't wanna live without you. I don't wanna even breathe. I don't wanna dream about you. I wanna wake up with you next to me. I don't wanna go down any other road now. I don't wanna love nobody but you. Looking in your eyes now, if I had to die now, I don't wanna love nobody but you. That's Gwen Stefani. Gwen Stefani, everybody. Oh my God. This calls for a drink. Bring me a drink. And a mock stand, please. There it is. Let me ask you a question. I know this is got to be for sure the oddest.
This is actually happening right now.
I know. And let me ask you though. Did you have a drive-in in Anaheim?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Did you
It
ever
was
go?
actually a swap meet during the day and a drive-in during the night.
Is it still going on now? Do you know?
Probably.
Not that I know of in Orange County. I mean, maybe.
Did you ever go to the drive-in?
I
Do I
did.
want to know this story? Do I even want to know?
You want to know
drive-in?
everything about me,
I know.
right?
I mean, is this?
It's a good story. I mean, basically, like, oh, you mean, do you want to know this story? I do have a song about that, but it was co-written, so.
I don't want to know.
Okay.
I don't want to know.
Okay, then never mind.
So listen, that was Nobody But You, which congratulations. You now have had hit songs in I don't even know how many different genres of music.
What?
It's unbelievable, but that's your first #1 hit in country music.
Literally,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Look
Never in my wildest
standing
dreams.
ovation right
Look,
there. That's literally a standing ovation.
I am on stage with the greatest country
Oh, come on.
artist.
We just did that. drive-ins across America. So we're putting this thing together. They're setting up our stools right now. We're putting this thing together. I thought it would be cool if we could have a little moment, because people, let's go sit down. People might be surprised to know how much we have in common musically, even though it's on paper, and obviously as artists we couldn't be more different. People don't think of ska music when they think of me.
I'm sure they don't think, well, now I think they think of country music because of you. Thank you.
Well, maybe. I still don't know about that. Maybe.
Maybe.
But anyway, Gwen and I are fans of a lot of the same music. I mean, from, you know, 80s rock, 80s pop, you know, 70s pop and rock. I mean, a lot of people, including me, think that, you know, a lot of that music back in the 70s, the rock and pop stuff that had come out today, it would be considered country music, you know, and that's the stuff that you grew up on, and then you ended up doing what you did musically, which is, you know, basically forge a new path for a lot of artists. But at points in our career, we have covered other people's music. Now, I mean way more than you. At one point in my career, I was going out of my way to record a cover song on every album that I did, and it started with my first album, my second album, my third album. I can't remember if I did it on my fourth album or not. But
by the way, like, this guy knows every single song by heart in the entire world. If you asked him, he could play it. Like, that's.
I don't know any Luke Bryan. I don't know any of that crap. But everything else, you're right. I hope he sees this. Please, if you're in a theater somewhere, YouTube that. But thank you. But I thought it'd be cool if we would just play a cover song that we've done along the way that people might be surprised to know. And for me, you know, when I first moved to Nashville, my first job was I painted Mae Bourne Axton's house, who I'd met in Oklahoma, and that's a long story, but her son was a guy named Hoyt Axton, and while I was there working, he invited me on his tour bus one day to hang out, and he played me this song, which I held on to for literally for years, 7 years, until I had a chance to record it. And so I put it on a record, and not until I recorded it and released it. That's not true. Not until I recorded it, I found out that it had been cut before by Kenny Rogers and also by George Jones. And so I was shocked. People may be surprised to know that, but I did not have the first version of this song, but I feel like in a lot of ways it has become my signature song. So let's play it for everybody. It's called Old Red. With another man, and it cost me 99 on a prison farm in Georgia, close to the Florida line. Well, I've been here for 2 long years, so finally made the warden a friend. So he sentenced me to a life of ease, taking care of old Red. Old Red, he's the damnedest dog that I've ever seen. He's got a nose that can smell a 2-day trail. He's a 4-legged tracking machine. You can't city yourself mighty lucky to get past the gators in a quicksand bed. But all these years that I've been here, ain't nobody got past Red. And the warden sang, come on somebody, why don't you run? Old Red teach you to have a little fun. Get my hand and get my gun, or it'll have you tricked all the morning young. This is right up your alley, isn't it? Well, I played on the card and I slipped out a letter to my cousin up in Tennessee. south of the gate. I took his gold in for his evening run. I just dropped him all the way. And the warden sang, come on somebody, why don't you run? Hold me attention, have a little fun. Get my lantern, get my gun, a little heavy tree for the morning fun. Now Red got real used to seeing his lady every night. So I kept him away for 3 or 4 days and waited till the time got right. Well, I made my run with the evening sun, and I smiled when I heard him turn Red out beside. As I was headed north to Tennessee, and old Red was headed south. And the warden sang, come on somebody, why don't you run? Hold me attention, have a little fun. Get my lantern, get my gun, a little heavy tree for the morning fun. Now there's red-haired blue chicks all in the south. Love got me in here, love got me out. Thank you. Thank you.
You're good.
It surprises people to know that song was not a. That was the song went to like 14 or something on the charts. It didn't do that well at the time because it was so polarizing and weird to people.
It wasn't one of your 27 #1 radio hits? Oh,
It wasn't.
that is
one
a
of those.
shock.
You do one now. Tell me something.
Oh, about my covers? About
Yeah,
covers?
yeah.
I mean, well, we actually always kind of wrote our own songs, like, forever. And then,
When we
no doubt, yeah. And then we basically did this record called Rocksteady, and after that we realized we actually had quite a few singles, like, I mean, a lot. So we were like, hey, let's do a singles collection. We called it a singles collection. And when we were
know
doing
those as greatest hits.
it was the
in
greatest
country music.
hits. Well, I don't know why I don't know why, but that's what we called it. And we were trying to be cool, and we are. So basically, we just went and said, let's do a new song. But notoriously, we take a very, very, very long time to write a new song. So we decided to do a cover. And it was a really fun process because we sat together and listened to hundreds of songs, mostly probably from the 80s. And we basically narrowed it down to 2 songs, an In Excess song and a song by Top Top called It's My Life. So yeah, we ended up going with that one. And it's interesting because that song feels so much like my life, like it's my life, like I feel like I wrote that song. And it's actually one of my favorite songs to do live, and I didn't write it, so there's a lesson in that. Put the ego aside. Yeah. Okay. It's funny how I find myself in love with you. If I could find my peace of me, I'd make
Ladies and gentlemen, Gwen Stefani.